The Exorcist is a movie released in 1973 starring Max von Sydow, Linda Blair and Jason Miller, and directed by William Friedkin. Now, this movie is known as one of the classics in the horror genre, and rightfully so. It is from my point, or in my opinion, a very good movie. And for me, it's a little bit strange at the fact that the movie is so well known just for the final 20 minutes of it, really. Just that's when the exorcism takes place in this movie. But everything else is just, yeah, it's a really good watch. So the movie centers around Regan, who's a young girl who slowly starts to become possessed by an entity that identifies himself as the devil. And without, after doing multiple tests with psychologists and brain scans, multiple medical tests, everything like that, her mum is then forced to turn to the church, try and beg them to believe her that in actual fact her daughter is possessed and isn't suffering from any mental health crisis. And only then, when she gets a priest on board, that they start to realise she might be right. And that's when the exorcism does take place. Now, what I really like about this movie is it's not a quick burn at all. It is a slow burn throughout, but the pacing is very well done. It starts off by introducing all the different components, all the different characters that are going to be involved in the final set piece, where you have the two priests introduced, and then obviously Regan and her mum as well. And slowly you get a bit, a decent feel for who these characters are. You have one priest. You have to forgive me, I can't remember the names, but the younger priest, the assistant in the exorcism. He is essentially suffering through a crisis of faith. He is a psychologist employed by the church, but is also a priest. And he is the main driving force behind the exorcism actually taking place, because he's the one who is recommended to Regan's mum as someone to turn to when all other tests have failed. But his major issue is the fact that his mum died, and he burdens the guilt of the fact he had to leave her on her own. She died as a result when he wasn't there. And all of that plays in quite nicely, because that is used as a weapon by the devil to try and break him away from the exorcism. And it is really nicely sort of the seeds are nicely sown building up to that. It's brilliant. Max von Sydow's character is the main priest in the exorcism, but he is very much sidelined throughout this movie. But he is shown as perhaps the more experienced priest in it, and he is shown to be in Iraq on a dig where he is discovering certain artifacts that seem to be resonating quite deeply with him with regards to sort of terrifying him. And you get the impression it's more a connection to evil, to the devil, bringing it around full circle. Sort of his experience with regards to those certain artifacts and him being brought in to perform the exorcism. And then we're introduced to Regan and her mum to show that they do have a close relationship, but there is an issue between the mum and dad, and that is causing a little bit of negativity inside the household and a bit of conflict inside Regan as well. Now, whilst the slow burn does help to build up the characters, it also helps to show the manifestation taking hold slowly and surely. So you start to see small pieces sort of alluding to the fact that Regan is possessed, and then there's also a mystery as to someone dying in her room, a mother's friend, and yeah, all seeds like that are just sown along the way until the point we get to the climax, and it just slowly drip feeds it along until you finally get to that final point. And yeah, it does deliver really nicely and pays off very well. And the performance from Linda Blair as Regan is absolutely phenomenal in this movie. I have read that there is a little bit of a dispute, the fact that the person or the actress doing the voiceover work for Regan wasn't credited properly and wasn't actually given the right credit with regards to awards and nominations and things like that. But yeah, her performance physically is absolutely incredible, and the voice acting performance as well just goes hand in hand with it and delivers a very, very convincing sort of possessed or portrayal. And the other thing I really like about this movie is it doesn't cheapen itself with jump scares, doesn't cheapen itself with any red herrings. It just allows the story to suck you in and, yeah, scare you. The scares in this movie don't come from making you jump out of your seat. It's the visuals that are in front of you, such as sort of Regan's transformation into the fully possessed version of herself, where she's all scarred, green eyes, puking green slime, her head turning around 360 degrees, the spider walk, everything, all of that brought together is just so jarring when you see it. And the more you look at it, the more you want to look away, but you can't look away. And all of that is just, because it's all practical, it just resonates so much deeper. And everything does build up to that final exorcism, or the exorcism, I should say, in the final scenes. And you get the sense of gravity behind it with the priests sort of getting themselves dressed, ready in their robes, almost as if they're ready for battle. And you get a few warnings between the experienced priest and the younger one about what is going to be said. Ignore everything being said. It's going to fight back. And it does. And it is a battle that you see. It's almost like a chess game going on between the two of them, or between the three of them. And yeah, it is very interesting to watch. And I don't think really it could have gone on any longer, because I think then it would have lost its impact. I think it's absolutely perfectly done. So overall, it's a really good story and really good practical effects that just sell the horror element of this without any bells and whistles. It's allowing the story to tell you and show you the horror elements behind it. For that, 4 stars, an excellent watch, and one that I'd really like to watch again. So that's my review of The Exorcist. Have you guys seen it? What did you guys think about it? Whatever you guys thought, please pop it in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be back with another upload shortly, but until then, you guys take it easy and I'll catch you on the next one.